Next on Worcester News Tonight, remembering a fallen Worcester firefighter, how people are paying tribute to Lieutenant Jason Menard one day after he was killed in a fire. Plus, how a central Massachusetts town is trying to help curb the number of people fighting addiction. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Cam Jandro. Preparations are underway for fallen Fire Lieutenant Jason Menard's final tribute. The city announcing his funeral services. Calling hours will be on Sunday from 3 o'clock to 7 o'clock at Mercadanti Funeral Home. His funeral will be on Monday at 11 a.m. at St. John's Church on Temple Street. Anyone attending the funeral is asked to go directly to the church. Details on traffic and street closure information is still to come. The firefighting community in Worcester is once again coming to the aid of their fallen brother and his family. A fund has been set up for Lieutenant Menard's family. Our Gretchen LaRosa has more.
Flowers cover the lawn outside the McEwen Road Firehouse, a memorial growing for Lieutenant Jason Menard.
What Jason did by putting others before himself is truly heroic.
Lieutenant Menard died early Wednesday morning. He and his crew ran into a burning home after hearing reports an infant was trapped inside. They were all trapped by fire on the third floor. Lieutenant Menard did not make it out, but he helped get two fellow firefighters out safely.
He put his crew before himself. In life, he put his family first. He was a great family man. He was a great husband. And that is typical of him and the person he was.
The city set up an official memorial fund to benefit Lieutenant Menard's wife, Tina, and their 3 children. It's the second fundraising effort the Worcester Firefighters Union has had to put together in the last year. They raised hundreds of thousands of dollars for the daughter of fallen firefighter Christopher Roy.
We have a commitment to each other that should you pay that ultimate sacrifice, we will take care of your family and they will never want for anything else.
City Manager Ed Augustus says people can show their love and support with donations. Augustus is proud of the fire department's strength in the wake of tragedy.
They're amazing in terms of their strength and their focus on duty and getting the job done, but there's a lot to process there.
Worcester's Firefighters Union says public support is critical and the city has always been behind them.
The community is helping support the firefighters and pay tribute to Jason for the great sacrifice he made for this community, that he made without question.
Donations to the Menard Children Fund are being accepted through the Worcester Fire Department Credit Union at 34 Glennie Street. 100% of the proceeds will go directly to the Menard family, and for any additional information, you can visit pffmfoundation.org. In Worcester, Gretchen LaRosa, Worcester News Tonight.
The Worcester community is honoring the fallen firefighter. Many, including former firefighters, are stopping by the McEwen Road station to pay their respects. People with connections to the Worcester Fire Department say the last few days have been heartbreaking, and Lieutenant Menard deserves a hero send-off.
My heart and my tears go out to the Worcester Fire Department and the families.
Jay just put aside any of his own selfish needs, anything like that. He did and protected his men. He did what he was trained to do.
Investigators were still on scene at the Stockholm Street building Thursday. The exact cause of the fire is yet to be determined. Many businesses in Worcester are also rallying together to raise money for Lieutenant Menard's family. A seat is open at Wicked Wing Company Bar in honor of the fallen firefighter. A glass of Guinness and a shot of whiskey placed at the seat signify his last call. Wicked Wing Company and Brew City both raised money for firefighter Christopher Roy's family last year and are hoping to do the same for Lieutenant Menard's family this year.
It's kind of just a sign for us to know that we're thinking of them. We leave the seat down at the bar so nobody sits here, and then today we're going to start collecting donations for the family.
It means a lot. It's just, you know, we get a lot of firefighters, police officers in here as guests, and to give back to the community in any way possible is a plus for us.
Brew City is hosting Pints for a Purpose. All money donated will go directly to the cause. In other news tonight, the Westborough Fire Department, New England Recovery Center, and Spectrum Health Systems are teaming up to help combat addiction across central Massachusetts. A drop-in night allowed anyone to learn about treatment options for people facing addiction. The fire department says addiction-related calls happen virtually every day. Spectrum Health CEO Kurt Isaacson says the opioid crisis has become more worrisome because of fentanyl. And while deaths are seemingly decreasing, the problem still seems to be getting worse.
While overdoses continue to climb, the fatalities continue to drop, but that is because the use of Narcan.
Oftentimes it's people that are just in a crisis that are looking for some help, and it's our responsibility to get them to a place where they're going to get that help. So we consider ourselves a resource, and this is just another piece to that puzzle.
Tonight's drop-in was the first for the fire department. Their goal is to grow the event in hopes of providing resources to as many people as possible. The city of Worcester is set to receive a $3.5 million grant for Pickett Plaza. Lieutenant Governor Karen Polito announced the grant today and showed what construction in the Canal District around Polar Park will look like. The grant is part of the MassWorks infrastructure program. The state says the money will create a gateway to the revitalized Canal District. POSOX Chairman Larry Lucchino says it will not only benefit Polar Park, but businesses surrounding the area.
The neighborhood park, it's also an entrance, one of the entrances into the ballpark. It's a recreational area. It's a place for small businesses can operate. I came to congratulate the Lieutenant Governor, City Manager, and the Mayor, and all those connected with their teams for making this a reality.
The plaza is expected to be used by the public year-round and not just during baseball season. The state will award more than $72 million in MassWorks awards across the Commonwealth this year. The Worcester Regional Chamber of Commerce is proposing 3 years of free rides on the city's buses. As part of the transportation funding proposal released this week, the Chamber is arguing the WRTA should eliminate bus fares as part of a 3-year pilot program to attract more bus riders in the city. According to a report from the Worcester Research Bureau, last year the WRTA had its fewest passengers since a bus driver strike in 2005.
Well, with the congestion and all the growing population here in the city of Worcester, we need to find out a way to kind of take cars off the road.
The Research Bureau's report shows the WRTA collects $3 million per year in fares, covering less than 15% of its annual operating expenses. The report also states the WRTA spends more than $800,000 just to collect fares.